Good morning, At Properties. It is July 17th and it is Fire It Up Friday. Kevin and I are here this morning to give you a few quick tips on how to make it a great weekend.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Hopefully you have a coffee for this short video. It's a super sunny day. And today we are going to talk about open houses because open houses are fully back in action. And what we want to talk about is how to really foster the relationship after you've made a connection at the open house with a few ideas we have. Now, here's the thing. Open houses, the people that are attending open houses are more serious than ever. We've eliminated the looky-loos and the nosy neighbors and the people that come through that are only interested in touring but not purchasing within the next 12 months. We have 3 tips for you today to make sure that you can foster that relationship that you've created through meeting them at the open house.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. So tip number 1, you've got to recognize that you are not going to get their business in the first 5 minutes of meeting them. You're going to meet them for the first time at the open house. You want to be authentic. You want to make sure that you try and make a great connection. But one of the things that's so critical is to think about what kind of resources can I present to a buyer to show them my value. And one of the great things that you can look to do is affiliate with your proper rate lender and get financial sheets or mortgage sheets that you can have on the ready at the house. And what I mean by that is you can reach out to your proper rate lender and they can create information sheets that show all the different types of mortgages somebody can get on that particular property, whether they're putting 5%, 10%, or 20% down. And then from that, you can also have your personal information at the bottom of that sheet. So as you're talking with them, you can pass it on to them because the reality is you might make a connection at the open house, but they may not follow up with you until later. So have some great resources, and a rate sheet is really easy, ready to have for them, and you can have it self-branded. So really easy to do. Reach out to your proper rate lender today. They can have them ready for your open houses this Sunday.
Yeah, that's great, Amy. And number 2, I want to talk about At Opens. At Opens is such a great tool. It's in platform and super easy to use. Here's how it works. You go to listing resources in platform, click on At Open. It syncs with the MLS in your DMS property folder, so you easily choose which property you are sitting an open house at. You choose what image you want on the sign-in page, you choose what questions you want, and when you get to the open house on Saturday or Sunday, you activate. And when you activate, now the attendees can sign in on your device. Here's what's really cool. Is you have the ability then to see in real time on a separate device, if you're signed into platform, you can see in real time the information they're putting in, but also take notes. Remember, with follow-up, you want to be able to foster that connection you made in person, and remembering what they talked about with you is key to doing that. And here's a pro tip. You have the ability to do this contact-free. So if anyone's nervous about touching your devices, you're nervous about them touching your devices, you can search on Google QR code generator. All you do is pop in the link from your sign-in page and it will create a QR code that people can scan with their phone, any phone, with their camera that opens up the sign-in page on their device. Now, nobody is touching anyone else's devices and it's super safe.
And honestly, follow-up really can't get much easier than that when you're using At Opens. And one of the things that I would use in correlation with At Opens is Zenlist. We've got a great partnership with this company, and over 500 of our brokers are already using it. And why Zenlist is so unique and why it makes a difference when you're interacting with your buyers is because it offers access to PLN information, which is pre-market listing information that a buyer can't get on Zillow, Trulia, or Redfin. So when you're engaging with somebody at an open house, the big thing that we encourage is it's all in the follow-up. So what you're able to do is after you've engaged with these individuals, put their information into At Opens, you can then follow up with them and send them a link to Zenlist. And it allows them to go in and be able to sign in and start looking at information of what's on the MLS now, but more importantly, what's coming to market. If you dangle that carrot out there and basically show them that you have access to things that they can't get without you, that creates an instant need for you. And that creates the difference between just having an okay open house into actually converting leads. If you have not signed up for Zenlist yet, it is not too late. We still have a free 30-day trial opportunity. You just need to use the code @properties when you sign in. If you have any issues, let us know. You can email us at coffee with Amy and Kevin or coffee@properties. And once you do that, then you can gain access and you can try it out. After that, it's $29 a month. But for the value. It's such a great resource, and it's a huge differentiator because right now, At Properties is the only company that has access to Zenlist. So when you're at your open houses, you're the only one other than your fellow At brokers that can really offer this to a buyer. So go out there, go get them, make it a great weekend, and you got this.
You got it. And before we sign off, we just want to remind you that safety at your open houses is very, very important. Make sure that you don't put yourself in a compromising position. Make sure that if things feel weird, they probably are. So make sure that you are doing and taking into account all of the tips that we've shared, including possibly sitting in an open house with a friend or a colleague, including making sure that you never allow someone to get behind you as you enter a room. And all of the things we know, make sure those are top of mind as you're sitting open houses this weekend. And thank you for watching. We hope you have a great weekend.
Yep, we'll see you next week.